Welcome! My first DIY Gingerbread Christmas Jar Luminary. I took a thin cardboard sheet. It is in brown color, that's why I saved it for this craft. And I'm cutting a piece of it. You see, I cut a little bit of flap kind of thing here. That's gonna come handy. So I cut out a thin strip of it, say about 2 inches in height and about 10 inches long approximately, and then I fold it once and then fold it twice so that I have 4 different sections along with the flap. Now I fold it like a box. Now this flap is useful for closing it to form a house shape. I'm going to make a 3D gingerbread house here. So I'm just cutting the top portions into triangular parts like that of the top of the house for all the 4 sections. I'm not going to make the roof, so it's pain-free DIY. So once that is done, I took a pencil and sketched the doors and windows, and I'm going to cut them out using a sharp knife. Just pop off the doors and windows. I kept the door attached in the bottom so that the shape is maintained throughout. It doesn't get distorted or flared out at the bottom. Now I can close it like a house. Before that, I need to decorate it, so you can use a 3D painter tube or some things like that, or fake 3D raised colors for this, or you can just use plain white acrylic paint and a brush and do a little drawing that would look like an icing on the gingerbread house. Now you can go very fine or you can go very crude, it doesn't really matter. The white on the brown is anyways going to give it the look of a gingerbread house and will make it look beautiful. Now one thing to note, if you're using a 3D color, great. If you're using acrylic paint, use thick paint. Now you see I go over back on some of my painted areas because the areas which had thin paint or are watered down paint, they fade after a while. So use thick acrylic paint to paint your designs. Once the designs is done, I'm just going to close and stick the flap in and form the house shape. I just made sure that my house is wide enough to accommodate a battery operated tea light candle inside. This being done, I took a glass jar, clean one I already had at home. I don't need the lid today. And next I filled in something which would look like snow. Any kind of fake snow will do. Even use something like sugar or salt if you want to. Oops! I didn't take this into consideration, but you please do that. My house is little bigger than the mouth of the jar, but because it's thin cardboard, I can, just squeeze in my house inside. Once inside, it just spreads out and gets back its shape. I just stick it inside my fake snow slightly a bit, and then just put in my tea light inside. Whenever I want to lit it up, I can just switch it on. Now to give it that festive Christmas vibes, just a little bit of red ribbon and some greenery. And I think this is the easiest Christmas lantern, Christmas luminary or Christmas jar ready for the holiday decor. My second gingerbread Christmas themed DIY today, I wanted to make a double-sided 3D Christmas wagon in gingerbread style. Now I started with my leftover brown cardstock paper, just sketched a shape that looks like a wagon, just curved edges of a rectangle, that's it. Now God has better plans than we do. So I was short of brown cardstock paper, so I took just any other paper, a thin cardboard. This was in shocking pink. Anyway, I just cut it out and that made me think it differently, and therefore I used different paper, patterned paper that I had in my stash, and some colors to decorate and make it look like a wagon. And as I went on, I was getting more and more pleased with how it was turning out to be. At this point, let me tell you today my video is part of 4th Friday DIY challenge with the theme Christmas, being hosted by Sarah from Gingerbread DIY and Lisa from Our Grey House. So I'll put links to both the channels and their playlist down in my description box for more Christmas craft ideas. Now the wagons are ready. Where are the wheels? So I used just 2 buttons and made the wheels. So cute. Next I took a little container. This is basically lid of a deo can, and it's black in color, neat, clear, rectangle, straight edges. That's what I want. And I'm just going to glue these 2 wagons, one in front, the other in the back. So if you put it on any tiered tray or vignette in any portion of your house, you don't have to worry that somebody sees an ugly backside. So once this is done, I just add some greenery to it. You can put Christmas tree, berries, or anything you feel like. And it's cute, beautiful. Both sides are so pretty. For the 3rd Gingerbread Christmas DIY, I'm gonna make a cone Christmas tree in gingerbread theme. Yes, so 3 different colors: cardstock paper, brown, red, and white. The red is going to go into the middle portion of my tree, so I'm starting with it. So I start with the compass and I draw an arc, taking whatever portion I had with my red. So therefore I start with the middle one and cut it out. This is the starting point. Now I place it over the brown one, which is going to be the cone of my base, and I am going to draw an arc which is bigger than the red one and again cut it out. Now the turn of the white one, and this has to be smaller than the red one. Again I adjust my compass size, the radius of it, and draw the arc and cut it out. So I've got 3 different sectors like this here, and they can be rolled to form cones. Starting with the brown cardstock paper, I'm taking some white acrylic paint and drawing a scalloped edge and then some dots to give it that icing on gingerbread cookie look. Here again you can use 3D paint to decorate it. Next, if you have got scalloped edged scissors, you can use them. Otherwise, what I'm doing is I'm just sketching a scalloped edge on the arced portion of my red and white paper. This I shall cut out, and then to give it little more interest, I'm using a punching machine and punching holes just at the portion where the scallops or the curved edges go up So I'm punching holes there so it will form a designer look. In place of the white paper, you can even use a paper doily here. Now once these three are done, I'm just going to roll them and form a cone, stick the two edges, two radii at the back with glue or anything you find it easier to handle. So I have got three different cones. Now the red fits on the brown and the white over the red, and I have got a cone Christmas tree. Very nice, but these lie very flush and don't look that interesting. So a simple trick, I'm using a double-sided foam tape. It's not a plain tape, it's a foam tape, so it is little raised, and I'm just gonna stick two little pieces of this foam double-sided tape on the top of my brown cone and place my red cone over it so that the red cone rests a little above, it doesn't go very flush to the bottom cone. And then similarly I place my white cone and I have a beautiful gingerbread cone Christmas tree. I love this. I just love this. It's not humble to be very happy with yourself, but I can't help it. I just love all these 3 DIYs that I did today, and you have to tell me how do you find them. Do write them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everybody. Do check out my other gingerbread DIYs for Christmas if you haven't, and have a blessed day. Thank you.